Alright, so this is video number 2. Yeah, we did this. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so now we beat Spain, the Spanish-American War. That's a big, big, big step for us, guys. Very important for you guys to understand that we defeated another imperial power, big European power. Um, Essentially, guys, we prove ourselves as now kind of being on that stage now as a world power compared to other European powers that were there. So we're kind of putting ourselves on the stage now as showing that we're an industrial might. Think about the guys. This is the same time period as the Gilded Age. We're industrializing. Our military is growing because we have more people here. More immigrants are coming to the United States now. Technology is improving. So we're becoming now a force to be reckoned with in terms of the world. Now, on top of that, now we're gaining other more resources, gaining more business opportunities. That's going to help U.S. businesses out. By now, we're acquiring now new lands, new territories. All right, so another land that we're going to take control of is Panama. Now, where's Panama at? If you look at my little handy-dandy map down here, you see this red line. So follow along with me, guys. It's really important to understand this. So before Panama, the Panama Canal, this is so if you were a business along the East Coast, so Florida or maybe Charleston, South Carolina, or Washington D.C. or New York or Boston, Pittsburgh, whatever, if you wanted to ship products out to the West Coast and you were in the shipping business, but shipping was also a big business at this time, this is what you'd have to do. You have to go from here all the way around South America, right to there. Guys, that's what I'm looking down here. That's 13,000 miles. That's a lot of fuel, a lot of manpower. Businesses have to pay those men to transport these materials. Okay, so what if we had the idea now of this little strip of land that connects North and South America right here, called Panama? We dig a little canal, which you guys see in this picture right where my cursor's at. There's a little stream here. You have to dig through that though. So guys, this wasn't natural. This wasn't a natural thing. They had to actually find men to dig out land to build a canal, have a water, and then boom. So you see this now. Go back to this map now. Here you go, New York. Now you can go through here. Ship can cut through the canal. Look at the mileage now. Now it's 5,200 miles. So now we more than cut our time in half. Think about the impact of the businesses. Now you're paying your workers less because it takes less time. You're using less fuel. That's a huge money savings for businesses that now you can start using towards other things, paying workers more, hiring more workers, expanding your businesses. That increases your profits. So this is a big, big deal. So the United States is going to help the people of Panama from Colombia. So there's a long story short, there's essentially a war going on here between Colombia and Panama. Colombia is right in through here. There's land disputes and one side's trying to take over the other, and it's basically turned into a mess. So essentially, we're going to help out the people of Panama and basically prevent a Colombian takeover. Panama, we wanted Panama to build the Panama Canal, so we're going to go in there and use a lot of our money, spending billions of dollars to build this thing. It's going to take years for it to be built. And we're going to use the people of Panama to basically dig all this up to make this happen. So that's what you do when you imperialize. You're going to pay the workers very little, and they're going to benefit off of it. So the U.S. is greatly going to benefit off this Panama Canal. It's going to take 10 years to build, $350 million in total for it to be built, which is billions of dollars in today's money. Over 6,000 workers are going to die on building this thing from malnutrition, the heat, disease, etc. But it's something that we still have in place today. That's very, very huge in terms of business for the United States. We'll skip this. But ultimately, you guys just did a little assignment on this in class about the natives, and we talk about imperialism. Well, what drives imperialism? A lot of it is money and natural resources, but also is to try and spread your beliefs, to try and culture, to try and improve the lives of their people. Like you think you're better than them. So just look at how this cartoon is written. I mean, you see this native here. This is about the Philippines, appropriation of Filipino district. Look at how the cartoonist drew him. I mean, very savage light, the piercings, not wearing clothes or proper clothes, the bow and arrows around the judge. So troubles which may follow an imperial policy. So obviously this person is an anti-imperialist because if we imperialize, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have war. You're going to have, again, you're trying to save people that are very, very different from us, that dress differently, that act differently, their culture is very different. So you just kind of see the proof in the pudding in terms of how they drew these individuals. How about this one? Same thing. Here's Uncle Sam, representative of America, and you got Cuba, Hawaii, Philippines, Puerto Rico, on how they're they're basically needing us, and they drew them as basically as babies, like they're constantly in need. They need us to help them, that we're the father, they're the little sons or daughters, that they're going to be basically mooching off of us and stealing from us and our resources. And you see this one, again, look at how the cartoonist drew this. Again, Uncle Sam here in the middle. Here's people, the Philippines right here, Puerto Rico. Let's see, what is this? Cuba right up here. Again, just look at how they draw these people. Again, very, very racist is the best way of putting it. But you see how they draw these figures. Not a very flattering way to draw them. And then you see this picture here. I know it's kind of a little bit blurry, but again, you have Uncle Sam here, who's hovering down. Again, here's Cuba, Hawaii, Philippines, Puerto Rico. They're sitting in the front row. You can look at how the cartoonists and how they draw them. You see like Europeans and how they're dressed behind them, and Native Americans over here sitting off by himself. So this cartoon is very, very telling in terms of kind of what we thought about people. What this cartoon is basically saying is that, look at all these people back here. They're dressed very differently from them. They're able to read. They're able to write. They're becoming educated and becoming proper in terms of how you're supposed to act. Uncle Sam's looking down upon them like he's better than them. And they're looking very, very, very rebellious, with their arms are folded. They look like they're mad. But ultimately, it's showing how we look down upon them, and eventually, when they're in school, and we're going to teach them how to be people over here. We're going to teach them how to read, how to act, how to write. And then you see the Native American over here by the door, kind of sitting by himself. Again, that symbolizes kind of what we did to Native Americans. We put them in these little enclosed areas. We separated them from the rest of the people, but we taught them how to read. Although the book is upside down, it's hard to see. I know that the book's upside down. So, what is the cartoon saying? Are they incapable of reading? I don't know. Then you see an African American over here who's washing the windows. So again, this cartoon is very, very, very racially motivated, and shows kind of what we thought about them. And think about the Ed puzzle from the assignment from Hawaii. A lot of these people didn't want us there. We were going in and changing their culture, building roads, U.S. businesses. We were intervening in their politics. So again, that's another proofs in the pudding in terms of what they thought about us. All right, so that is it for the lecture today. Make sure all this is written down. You guys have got notes. Wink, wink. There will be a quiz tomorrow. So, small task quiz, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, good luck, and I will explain what we're going to do next.